that went to the third heaven and that experienced all of these mystical revelations in heaven. And I could even boast about myself because even myself had experienced those things. And I said, well, that helps me with pride there because what I don't like is I don't have to tell anybody I'm a prophet. I don't have to tell anybody that I'm an apostle because the Bible says that it's my fruit that should speak for me. I'm killing somebody's feelings here.
Come on.
And what bothers me is that most of us boast on who we are, but don't have any power to back up who we are.
That's right, man. Tell it.
But Paul, who was a sinner and who persecuted Christians, who killed Christians like most of us, because most of us were in church but still killed Christians. Our tongues.
That's right.
Most of us still killed Christians, but Paul was a persecutor. And then when Paul was converted, God gave Paul revelations. He caused Paul to go up in heaven, and he gave them things to take back to the church of Corinth. But it was Paul that talked about the body and how the body needs to work together. It was Paul that talked about how we're supposed to prophesy and one judge and how we're supposed to act in the church. It was Paul that called order to the church of Corinth that was so gifted but yet so messy. And I said, God, make this plain. And he said, walk and rejoice. You're so gifted but you're so messy.
All right, man.
Hallelujah.
He said, you're so gifted, but you're so messy. You're so anointed, but you can't keep your mouth off your leader.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
You're so anointed, but you can't keep your mouth off your brother and your sister. I'm walking in here, and I don't care what you say about me. Because I'm here to get you right.
Have your way, God. Have your way.
But Paul says, I couldn't boast about all of this stuff because I very well have experienced it. But what I will boast about is my weakness. And the problem is most of us are so puffed up in pride that we don't want to talk about what we've been through or what we've experienced when somebody that's sitting here is going through the same thing that you're going through. That's why I love when Apostle Marshall gets up here and she talks about how she was in a crack house and how God rescued her from a crack house and how she was a whoremonger and God rescued her out of being a whore. I love that because the only way people can really be delivered is if you uncover yourself.
You're speaking. Amen.
And that's why most of us aren't delivered. Because the Bible said, and the truth shall what? It shall make you free. And most of us are sitting here today sitting on a lie because we don't want to admit that we struggle with homosexuality and we struggle with smoking cigarettes at home. We don't want to admit that.
Stay quiet, prophet. Go ahead, elder.
I know I'm in the house.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm the bearer of bad news.
No.
Because that's my job. And he called me to cry loud and spare not. In other words, I ain't worried about your feelings. I'm after your spirit, not after your flesh.
Tell it.
But Paul says, I couldn't boast about this stuff, but I'd rather boast about my weaknesses. And he said, and then something happened to me. He said, in the midst of me boasting about this, and the reason why God has humbled me to the fact, prophet, is for me to boast about my weakness because something was given to me. Something was given to me that I didn't want back. Something was given to me that I didn't desire, prophetess. But my flesh loved it. But my spirit did not like it.
You better tell it.
Because see, but most of us preach as though Paul had a thorn in his flesh that he just desired to live with. But Paul didn't want the thorn in his flesh. He didn't want it. And when I studied, when I read it in the Message Bible, and the Message Bible says, but then there was given to me a thorn in my flesh that pushed me to my knees.
Speak it.
Which means the struggle that I have it caused me not to come to church in pride, but it caused me to get on the altar and begin to ask God for what? Not to teach me how to live with it, but to take it away from me. And he said, that's what conviction is, Thomas. Conviction is, even though I live with it, I don't want it. And even though it feels like it's hurting me, I don't desire it.
That's it,
And the problem is, most of us are calling things that are thorns when it's nothing but sin that you don't want to get out of.
Come on.
I don't need this.
Yeah.
It's in me. I said, God, you gotta help me. I wrote this down because I talked to God. I don't know about everybody else.
All right now.
Come on.
But I talked to him, and he said, Thomas, he said, first of all, he said, there used to be a time when the world persecuted the church. He said, there used to be. But now the church is persecuting the church.
Tell it.
The church is persecuting the church. And God has said even now there's a split in the body. That's why we don't see power and miracles the way that we should. Because there never should be a time that we walk in here and not experience a miracle or move. Because the Bible says that signs and wonders follow them that believe. It didn't say that it followed an apostle or followed a prophet or followed a pastor or a teacher or an evangelist. It said it followed those that believe. In other words, we are all believers, right?
Yeah.
Which means there should never be a time that somebody comes in here with a struggle and not leave delivered.
Tell it.
Speak it.
My God.
You're talking.
Come on now. Come on. Come
So I
on.
said, God, I wrote this down because I talk to myself because I don't like sin.
I talk to myself.
And I don't know about everybody else, but sin causes me, when I'm in it, because all of us are in it at times. And when I'm in it and I try to go forth in ministry, I'm not effective.
Yeah.
Because sin blocks the move of God.